our passion is building software.
Yeah.
We started with doing courses, but over time we went to building software because we like doing it.
True.
We do enjoy doing it. We're quite good at it, and also we're quite good at developing our people internally. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is HackCast Season 3. I am Rado.
I am Ivo.
And Ted is behind the camera. Once again, we are in our HackCast studio at our HackSoft office, and we have some improvements. What are the improvements?
We have new flowers.
Yeah.
And some new lightning.
Yeah, some new lights. Backlights. I'm not sure if you're seeing them, but we are trying to improve the overall quality of our podcast, HackCast. So please tell us if you see an improvement from Season 2.
And this season, I promise to speak louder. So
yeah,
I'm giving my best.
Yeah, and I'll also speak louder.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if this is going to play well, but we'll see.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. One very important thing before we kick off with the first episode. Right now, our current goal for our YouTube channel is to reach 1,000 subscribers. And once we get there, we're going to give away a special prize, which is going to be the DAS Keyboard 6 Pro or Ultimate or whatever is the latest DAS keyboard once we get to 1,000 subscribers. We put in a lot of effort into those videos, and there are quite a lot of videos in the pipeline. So if you like what you're seeing and if it's interesting to you, please like, subscribe, comment, share, because this helps us a lot. It greatly improves the quality of our video production
and
our not lives yet, but it helps to improve the quality of our video production. So our current goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe.
Yep.
And yeah, HackCast Season 3. HackCast Season 2 I think it was good. It was interesting. We had some positive feedback, and we learned how to actually do it properly.
Mm-hmm.
So we're now continuing with Season 3. Again, we're aiming for 10 episodes. And as we said in the teaser, what's going to be the overarching theme and topic?
Well, it's going to be more about business.
Yes.
Not so much about technical topics.
Yes.
So more business topics. What is going to be the topic of today's episode, Rado?
So we're going to start with basically talking about what's the core business of HackSoft. What do we do as a company? Because because we say we are an end-to-end software development company, but this can mean a lot of things, and it's good to add some clarity, and it's good when we add clarity to explain things and explain some terminology, how we understand it, and what do we actually do and what we actually don't do. So I think it's going to be an interesting episode. And basically, when we say that we're a software development company or we're an end-to-end software development company, there are several options to pick from. Like one is outsourcing.
Yeah.
So how do you understand the term outsourcing?
Outsource. Well, if you are someone that has a defined piece of work, like for example, having a problem with something or you need to build something, you're outsourcing this work to someone that knows how to do it in order to do it.
All right. And if we go with this definition, are we doing outsourcing?
Yes, we are, but not only. We are not only doing outsourcing, we are doing some other things too.
Yeah.
But in terms of, we have clients that have their problems, they're defined pieces of work. Sometimes they're not really defined like at all, but we are happy to handle the work.
Yeah. For me, outsourcing, like it has some very general definition, like every piece of work that you're not doing internally and you have to define internally, and you're doing it someplace else, this kind of work is being outsourced.
Mm-hmm.
But also for me, outsourcing has some negative connotation, because when someone says outsourcing in terms of software development, the thing that I imagine is, for example, we go to one of the bigger companies, for example, here in Bulgaria, like we have some big software development companies, and we say, hey, we have a team. Right now we are at 30 people as of 1st of March. So we say we have 30 people, give us work, and we'll just do the work. And for me, when someone says outsourcing, I imagine this, and I imagine this quite negatively, because when we do this kind of outsourcing, we have no relationship with the client and we have no communication with the client whatsoever. And for me, I'd say, generally speaking, yes, we're doing outsourcing, but Specifically, we are not doing outsourcing because there is quite a lot of communication going on between us and the client.
All right.
And it's not just software development. We take on more things, and more things are required in order to do our job well. And we'll get there. So generally speaking, yes, we're doing outsourcing, but specifically, no, not exactly.
Okay. When I hear outsourcing, I'm thinking of, hey, give me requirements and I will do the requirements and nothing more.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. This is why I'm thinking negatively for this outsourcing term. All right.
Yeah. So exactly. Specific requirements, and we just follow those requirements and nothing else. And whenever something changes, we're like, why?
Okay.
So we're not doing this.
Okay, we're not doing this. Most of our projects don't start with the requirements. They start with a lot of work before the requirements.
Yeah.
All right. What about outstaffing?
Okay, this is an interesting one. Outstaffing for me means we, as a company, as HackSoft, lend developers to other companies. So those developers are working for us on paper, but they are not actually working for us. They are working within existing teams in other companies as if they are part of those other companies.
Yes.
And this model, so this is for sure something that we are not doing at all.
Okay, yeah.
We try to stay away from outstaffing engagements, and there are some fine nuances here, but my biggest problem with this is that you're kind of lying to your people. It's like they're working for HackSoft, but they're not actually working for HackSoft. They're working directly for the client, and the client is responsible for their management, their career progression, and everything that they do. And we just lend them. We're just a proxy to have a contract signed with someone so they can go and work someplace else.
More like an HR agency where we just find good people and give it to the customers.
Yes. For me, in my mind, when I see a software development company that's doing outstaffing, for me, they are an HR agency.
Yeah.
Which is great if you are an HR agency. This is a really good business model. But for how we approach things and for how we build software, because our passion is building software.
Yeah.
We started with doing courses, but over time we went to building software because we like doing it. We do enjoy doing it. We're quite good at it, and also we're quite good at developing our people internally. And if we start doing outstaffing, then we are not playing to our strengths at all, and we are relying that someone else will be able to manage better and develop better our people.
Yeah.
Which is not the case most of the times.
Most of the times, clients that already have some tech teams, they just need some more people in their tech teams for a limited period of time or even forever, are looking for, hey, can you give me like 3 more Python people or 5 more Python people? So we tend to get a lot of requests like this.
Yes. So this is, for me, this is the most standard thing. When you say that you're a software development company, people assume that you're doing outstaffing.
Yes.
And they start asking for like quantity. CVs and quantity, like 5 developers, 3 developers, 8 developers, 10 developers. Can you send me their CVs? Can we do interviews?
Senior ones.
Can you send me senior CVs? And the thing is, this is extremely flexible for the clients because they can onboard 5 people, and at any given moment they can say, we don't need 5, we just need 2 right now. And you've managed to get a team together. You started building some trust within this team. You started, you're at the point where rhythm is being established, and suddenly the client's like, oh, we don't need three of those people, so let's just stay with 2. And this breaks everything, and it kind of teaches people that there is no team that's going to stay, and there's no use in investing time and energy to get along with the people on your team. Which is extremely bad for the process of software development.
And the other problem I see with this approach is that the technical decisions are normally taken inside the client's company.
Yes.
So the clients that are looking for such kind of deals, normally have their CDOs, their team leads that already
Yes.
took the decisions, and they just need some workforce in order
Yes.
to complete the work.
Yes.
Which again pretty easily can put you in a situation where you're a pretty good developer, but you're outstaffed somewhere,
Yes.
and now the manager there, the boss of the company, takes the decisions, and you need to agree with these decisions, no matter if you like them or not.
Yes.
Because you're not even a team together with
Yes.
these guys. You're just
making no decisions and you're bearing no responsibility for them.
yeah, which is something that we don't like.
Something that we don't like, because this is, for me, this is inertia. Like, you're just flowing with the stream, and you're basically doing nothing for me when you're out stuff like this.
Well, you definitely provide value to the team if you're a good developer, of course.
Yes.
But we would definitely like to have the ability to take the technical decisions.
Yeah.
And
to form teams that stay together for longer periods of time, because then they develop certain synergies, and then they start performing better. You just need time to get into the right place, to get into the right rhythm, and outstaffing kills all of this.
Mhm.
And that's why I think we've done some outstaffing engagements in the past, and it's something that we realized it's not working well for us.
Yeah.
And there are certain nuances here. For example, do we consider a client that has internal team or teams, and we have a team working with the other internal teams, an outstaffing engagement?
It really depends on the rhythm of the teams and the relationship between them. So if you're providing additional people to their teams, it's basically outstaffing. If we have another team that's dealing with a separate section on the whole product, I don't consider this as outstaffing at all.
All right. That's the nuance for me. So because we have clients where we have team here, HackSoft team, working with other teams that are working inside, like, internal teams for the client.
Yes.
But the thing is, we have autonomy, and we have the ability to take and make decisions, and we are basically managing ourselves. So none of those things relies solely on the client, but actually relies on our end. And then we can make pretty good teams that play well and kind of establish a bigger picture inside the client, and actually manage to ship some software. But where the responsibility lies is the important thing for me. The moment where we stop making technical decisions or participating, because sometimes you have to participate in a discussion about certain technical decisions. The moment where those technical decisions are just forced upon us is usually the moment where we start helping the team, helping our clients offload this work from us, and help them build perhaps an internal team, and then look for something else.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, where are the actual decisions and who is responsible for the team?
Yes.
If we are responsible for our own teams, and if we are taking the technical decisions, then we're pretty happy with this.
Yes.
All right, that's about outstaffing.
And right next to outstaffing, like, this is an interesting topic because there are a lot of nuances. Because there's this thing called consulting, which sounds a lot like outstaffing to me.
Okay.
But for me, in my head, when we say consulting, it's like you are being outstaffed within an existing team, but you are being outstaffed not as a workforce, like, tell me what to do and I'll do it, but rather as someone who's going to look at processes, who's going to look at dynamics, and who's going to be able to propose changes and or make decisions. So for me, consulting is the better way of doing outstaffing, because then the consultants have more agency to actually make something meaningful inside the client's team, where outstaffing is just, I need numbers, I need workforce.
Yeah. When I hear outstaffing, I'm thinking for billing hourly, like workforce. We need 3 developers, 4 developers, 3 people, 4 people, whatever. And when I hear about consultancy, I'm thinking more of a selling expertise. It's not necessarily time-based. It can be, of course, but if you have someone in the team for, let's say, 2 months to see what is going on and try to help bring some expertise on the table. Because, for example, we've been consulted for business stuff.
Yes.
And this is how I see technical consultancy.
Exactly.
Basically, exact same way. Have a couple of sessions with someone telling you how things need to be done, or analyzing what the situation, and helping you with what you're doing. So in that terms, we are doing a lot of consultancy.
Yes, we usually start new projects and new clients with some kind of a consulting session. Like we call this project exploration, something like this, where we figure out what the problem is, figure out what the priorities are, figure out what the client's needs are, and then if needed, we do a proof of concept.
Yeah.
Or just give some feedback and some guidance. And this is, for me, basically the work of a consultant. And this is how we start new projects, because it's really hard to... A new project comes, and it's quite vaguely defined.
Yeah.
It's really hard to start right away with a team of 5.
Most of the cases, yeah.
Because there's not that much work to do, especially in the beginning. In the beginning, you need to outline everything, and then start doing the actual work. It's really hard to start to do the actual work without doing a bunch of proof of concepts first. And for me, this is consulting at its core. So this is something that we do. We can safely say that we are okay with, and we are actually doing consulting work where we provide our expertise and value to the client.
Yeah.
And for now, for most of the cases, those clients then start relying on us for more than just proof of concepts, for software development and for end-to-end software development.
Yeah, I can agree that this first phase of every project is more like consulting.
Yeah.
Sometimes we challenge the ideas, decide that we don't really need to write software for this idea. We can use something open source or low-code system or something like that, just to define what really needs to be done, and then start to do the actual work if needed, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are doing consultancy, not even at the start of the project. I would say that we are doing consultancy on a daily basis with our clients while helping them taking business decisions and software decisions. And basically on our day-to-day communication, it's part of consultants.
I call this end-to-end software development.
Okay.
Now we get to the part of what we actually do. For most of the cases, we do end-to-end software development, which, as you say, usually starts with something very limited. But what we try to do is take on the responsibility for the software development, lead the software development, form a team, form another team, and those are teams that are internal for HackSoft, and we know how to get into rhythm and how to manage them and how to make sure everyone's happy and everyone's performing. And not only write software, like write code, but we participate in business analysis. We participate in product discussions. It's not like we are doing the entire product development, although there are clients where we've done the entire product development for them too.
That's true.
Yeah, so we know what we're doing there. But we participate in product development discussions. We participate and usually take the strategic technical decisions. What else? Project management. We're pretty good at this.
Yeah, of course.
By the way, we are pretty good. At some point we can spin off a project management company. We are extremely good at project management. So we do our internal project management and our internal prioritization and release planning. All of this is, of course, communicated. Constant communication with the client, constant. Every single day, at least twice, we are constantly communicating with our clients. Of course, we do software development.
Sure.
And we do like backend, front end, mobile, whatever needs to be done. And we do quality assurance.
Quality assurance, of course, yeah. Supporting the whole thing after it's been released.
Support.
And shipping it to production. That's really important.
DevOps. Yeah.
DevOps, taking care for infrastructure, supporting the infrastructure, monitoring, ensuring that the whole thing is live there working.
Exactly.
So that's what we call end-to-end software development.
All of those things that we just described, we know how to do them, and we know how to be part of all of them. So the entire development process is going in the right direction. Because if we only do give me the requirements and we will do the coding, then we're not going to be happy because we need to outsource those decisions to someone else, while we're trying to be quite active and we're trying to be participating in all those discussions and decisions. And usually, at least for me, how I judge if a certain project is going well is, are we leading or is the client leading?
Yeah, this is definitely one of the ways to judge this. Yeah.
Sometimes the client is leading because there's more context on the client side, or there's some legacy and we are still figuring things out. But once we get to the part where we are leading the discussions, at least on the software development side, then I think we are doing a good job for a given client. And all of this that we call end-to-end software development is basically the value that we provide, the so-called value proposition. And this is what clients are buying from us. They're buying the knowledge and expertise, and they're also buying the fact that they don't have to manage us, and basically they don't have to care what's happening within our company, as long as we are doing our job well and we're leading the software development process. And I think this is extremely important.
And of course, doing the actual software development, writing the code, testing it, shipping it to production, releasing it frequently. That is basically the core of the software development.
Yeah. And another thing that's part of our value proposition is that we're pretty good at putting order into chaotic processes. Like if you have a software that's being developed right now, and the team that's developing it is not doing a good job, and you need someone to get in, structure everything, and make sure everything is going in the right direction, we're pretty good at this.
Yeah. Or at least we've become pretty good at this, because
we learned it the hard way.
Yeah, because normally when we are working with clients, they are CEOs, marketing people that are way likely to not put the things in a straight way and don't really do the things in an ordered way.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, we as a software developers really need order. We really need prioritization. Yeah. So yeah, we've definitely become good at this.
Yeah, it's basically establishing rhythm. We have a blog article about this.
Oh yeah.
It's basically establishing rhythm within different teams and different contexts and different. What's the plural for context?
Contexts. I don't know.
It's not contexts. Whatever. Yeah. And being able to navigate different domains, different contexts, different teams. We turned out to be good at this because those were the clients that we were dealing with. It was always the need for someone to step in and take the lead and start structuring things, while also maintaining a good development cycle, while also making sure things are getting shipped to production. And I think this is something that we are not measuring, but we should start measuring, because we're I think at least once or twice a week for every project we're shipping something to production. We have pretty good rhythm with this. Yeah. And we should start tracking it. It's a good metric, I think.
I think we already track it with GitHub Actions. We just don't look at the metric for now.
Yeah, so the data is there, but we need to look at the data.
Yeah.
And basically, if we want to summarize our value proposition, it's the fact that you're getting a team that can get the job done, but you're not only getting the team, and that's the good part. You're getting the entire HackSoft behind that team, meaning you have we've built a team, for example, of 7 people to lead your software, and they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
But we also have 20 more people in different teams that are constantly doing new stuff, constantly learning new techniques, constantly figuring things out. And this knowledge is being spread internally. So your team will benefit of the fact that it works for HackSoft.
Yeah.
Because if you just work with freelancers or some other company that's not doing this, you are limited to the knowledge of the team. While with us, you're limited to the knowledge of the company.
Exactly.
Which is extremely important.
Basically, your team is a proxy to the whole company.
Exactly.
And for the last 9 years, we've been doing a lot of different things, and we have expertise in a lot of different cases. So when, let's say, you need to do something pretty trivial, let's say Google OAuth authentication. Let's say something like that. And you personally have never done this before. We have the entire knowledge in the company, in Slack,
Yes.
in documents, in blog post articles, so on, that you can just use it in order to do it better,
Yeah.
faster, and
Or mobile development is coming like on the horizon. Like in the next 3 months, we need to build a mobile app. Well,
yeah.
meanwhile, 2 other teams are already building a mobile app and
Mhm.
already figuring out, for example, right now, Expo, React Native, and all the good stuff. So you get a head start. You already know how to bootstrap things, where the shovels are,
Yeah.
which can like to take you off course. So this is extremely important, and this is something that we recently realized and recently started communicating about.
Yeah, sometimes you need proper knowledge in order to take the right technical decisions.
Yes.
And if you don't have the knowledge right now, you can ask someone in the company to help you with these decisions, so you do the things the right way at first instead of learning the hard way.
Yes. And that's basically it. That's basically what we do. This is what we call end-to-end software development, and the way we are scaling this is figuring out how to build internal teams that are good, that can establish rhythm, that can ship software, and figuring out how to communicate with clients so we can help them with the chaos on their end. Because this is a really good way of putting it. In a software development, in a product development, there's always someone that needs to generate chaos.
Yeah.
And there's always someone that needs to take this chaos and put it in some order so software comes out of the end. And usually the clients, they do generate chaos.
A lot of chaos, yeah.
Yes. And we are, with time, we've gotten pretty good at taking this chaos and ordering it and producing software. And basically, this is what we're doing right now. Building internal teams, figuring out how to lead, how to build internal teams, getting better with software development.
Yeah.
This is like a constant process. Having a really good knowledge base, sharing our knowledge, open source blog posts, and getting better at communicating with clients. So the process can be structured and software can be shipped. And this is what we're doing. This is what we are now trying to replicate. And I think this is so far working pretty good for us.
And that's what we are calling end-to-end software development.
Yes.
It includes a lot of things, not only writing the code.
Yes.
All right.
Anything else? I think we covered a good amount of things for this episode.
I can agree, yeah.
What's the time, Teddy? 29 minutes. Oh, we're
Great.
pretty good. We're pretty good. All right. So this is basically HackCast Season 3, Episode number 1. If you have questions based on what you just heard about what HackSoft is, please write us a comment. We are very diligent. We are trying to answer every question that we have, either on YouTube, Twitter, or LinkedIn. And once again, right now, our current goal with YouTube is to get to
1,000 subscribers.
Exactly, 1,000 subscribers. We are 1/3 of the way there, so please like, subscribe, share it with your friends. And once we get to 1,000 subscribers, there's going to be a prize we're going to pick from one of our 1,000 subscribers. And it's going to be the Dust keyboard, whatever is the latest one, whenever we get there. Thank you for watching. This was HackCast Season 3, Episode number 1. I am Rado.
I'm Ivo.
And have a great day, week, or weekend whenever you're watching this. Thank you.